Oh, having fixed Rebecca's computer, what may be an incredibly obvious thing, I would highly advise anyone with a water cooling setup for their CPU to not accidentally cut your fan cables and run a setup with absolutely zero airflow, as it will completely cook a water pump. You know, just in case anyone's as stupid as I am sometimes.
I think it is generally ill-advised to cook using your computer.
I know, right? Who likes a water pump well done? Ugh.
I say that never having the luxury of getting a water cooler. Not that I feel like I particularly needed one.
I mostly just buy them because they're usually a lot quieter, because you get 3 fans on a radiator instead of just the one. So has anyone had the issue with Discord where, like, as far as you're aware, Discord works, like, you hear everybody, everyone can hear you, but, like, people joining a channel, muting, deafening, when you join, when you move a channel, the system noises don't happen. Is there a way to get those back? Like, as far as I can tell in the settings, they're there, they're on. So, the mute server's not on. Notification settings is set to all messages. There's no... Huh.
Yeah, I don't see any server settings.
Like, I would have thought it would have been, like, my audio drivers, but, like, as far as I can tell, there's, like, an input device and an output device, and that's the sound platform it's using. And, like, what's even weird is if you go to notifications and scroll down, there's, like, sounds. And I'm assuming that, like, next to message, deafen, undeafen, there's a little, like, speaker, and you should be able to click it and hear the sound. I can't even do that. I don't know how I muted it, but I definitely seem to have. Oh, wait a second. I wonder if it's because I'm in streamer mode.
That may be a reason.
Oh well. Oh shit, I meant to farm up my tombstones to try to buy the chest today. Yeah.
Hello. Sorry about that, I'm logging in.
It's okay.
Main objective today is to nail down the second wind light mechanic thing. If we get past that, I think we'll get to enrage pretty shortly afterward. At the very least, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the most involved mechanic of the fight. Ready, check. So like I mentioned yesterday, we can kind of practice what we're doing for that later mechanic the first time it comes up, in that we can use the same sort of positioning we're going to be using there. So we're going to start at the south platform. What we could do is have, well, there's a cheesy way we could do it that probably won't work, but it might, or if it works, it's like requires such literal perfection that's impractical. You know, kind of similar to how we do Chow in the last boss, but, you know, that we made up for the perfection by being able to just use all 8 markers for it, and it's also a mechanic where you just stand still. But if this was the very back of the south platform, what I'm thinking is, so the 4 stack people go.
That was me, I'm sorry.
Off the edge. So the 4 stack people are at the, you know, basically center of the pattern at the very edge. And then remember, for the people with the win, you're thinking about what looks like as you're running onto the platform in the middle. So, you know, we would have, you know, one person would be like, let's see if I can get the distances right. It'd be something like this, like one person there, one there. They probably have to be a little more spread out. what I was thinking was, yeah, the winds are something like this, you know, and you're basically making like a semicircle on the platform with the stack in the middle and the winds on the sides. The reason this wouldn't work is that if we move the stack marker to another platform, you know, this whole semicircle pattern could be smaller, take up less of the circle, and that might be necessary for the spacing to work out. But hopefully it isn't, because if this works, all 8 of us as a group will just go back and forth between 2 platforms, and if you're stacking, you go, you know, like this, and if you're win, you go to, you know, your spots. It's been about a week, but we kind of had like spots that I've already forgotten. I think I was like slightly left, so like I would be like here, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and just stand on like the numbered marker that kind of corresponds with what you would have been. There should be 1 DPS and 1 tank read on each. I don't remember, it was slightly left. So remember, look towards the edge, because this is the perspective of running onto the platform from the middle. So like, I'm running onto the platform, I bear slightly left. That's my position. I mean, do whatever it takes to, you know, whatever in your head makes sense for you. But that's what makes sense for me, is that looking as I'm coming onto the platform, I go slightly left. But to the edge. So, I'm going to try to think about how I can use markers to facilitate this mechanic, because I think if we're going to spend our markers somewhere for this, I might at least just try to mark the center of the patterns, maybe. The problem is, oh yeah, you can't mark the edge of the platforms, because they extend out from what's available right now.
That was exactly the controversy about the markers.
Yeah, it's impossible to put markers on the actual edge of the platforms, the far edge anyway.
Except for the ones that you could get from Party Finder.
Yeah, apparently it sounds like if you beat the fight, the platform stays in the small circles, and then you put the markers down then. But you'd have to beat the fight to do that, so I don't really see how that helps, but okay. Alright, so here's our original markers. We'll keep it like this for now. So, does everyone understand what we're going to do for the stack and spread mechanic first time it comes around? You know, we're not going to make like that plus sign with the stack people in the middle and northeast, southwest. We're going to do the stacks on the edge, you know, like in the center of the platform, and making it mark. Mainly to practice positioning. So, executing this is going to be about being very consistent with your positioning. I would try to kind of orient your positioning relative to like the patterns on the ground. Like, it's very easy to tell where the center is, because, you know, it's the center of like this, whatever this symbol is.
Well, then can I have a request to be either on the far right or the far left, whoever wants to switch with me, so I can be closer to uptime, because I know that if I'm in this spot, I won't be able to hit the boss.
Okay, he is going to switch to far right.
Far left, well, yeah, far left, going, okay, perfect with dash.
Whatever thinking, yeah, makes sense. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's give this a try.
Alright, here we go. A lot of food buffs needed.
So instead of splitting out in a plus, the people that were going to be in the center before, where's that stack spot?
The middle off the far edge. Like if this was the south circle, it'd be right where here. The very edge. basically, you're going to have the stack marker in the middle, 2 people are going to be on the left, and 2 people are going to be right with the
Yeah, I think I understand.
So what happens when we're already on that platform? We're not running to it. Are you just gonna be the farthest away from the boss? Like let's pretend we're all back left when it happens. We're not running towards it. So where is the air quotes center?
I
Towards the boss?
would just imagine it, because so one thing that's going to be different is that the bridges are a different configuration. They're not the bridges that meet in the middle. The bridges just kind of go in a triangle. But since we're going to start on the south platform, just the very south point is kind of where the stack's going to go.
Okay, so it is gonna be as far away from the boss as possible. Okay.
Yeah, and then for the second one, just pretend, just like the reference point is like the bridge. Like if you're the stack people, when you go across the bridge, you just keep going until you hit the one with the edge.
And that's where the stack marker is.
Yeah. And then the other people adjust around that. Alright, let's give it a try.
Okay. Is it the same AoE that we do in that first time, where it's DPS and healers? It's the same like mechanic.
Yeah.
Just wall other stuff out. Alright.
Just later on it happens 4 times in a row, and you had those beats, you got to keep pushing cloud.
I just want to make sure it wasn't we were going to try to practice on a different AoE that was too big to do.
No, the AoE size is the same. Where this might fail is that because we have to make the pattern bigger to include the stack marker, the baits might jut in too much to the other side. We have to change platform. Stacks. So when the mechanic happens, the stack people will go right here.
Okay.
And then when we need 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Okay, get ready. So you'll have 1 of 2 positions, so be ready for either. Tanks either stack. DPS stack. Just keep DPS to just keep going straight back. That's where you're stacking.
Ish.
Try to be greedy with positioning. We're using this as a way to like learn exactly how to use instead of learning that.
Okay.
5 more minutes into the fight.
So I'm trying to figure out, was Desh or I in the wrong spot there?
I think it was
So
Desh.
what's the
This is
far
the
left
center.
position?
Yeah, so this is right here where Desh and I were. Right?
Yeah,
both
that should be on the other side.
Yeah, looking at the, we're looking from fucking so we look at the inside, right? So like I'm far left.
Your
I'm looking
perspective, you're far right, looking from the perspective of the direction you're running onto the platform from. Like you run into the circle and you'd be your far right. That's you. That's how I think of it.
in. Sure. Okay.
Okay.
So while Lakia is restarting, I just want to see how far can we run up here before we pull boss by face? Can I like? Oh, okay, I have a lot of room.
Yeah, I don't think you can pull him by face. People just hit him all the time.
Yeah.
Really not. No, you definitely can. But
Yeah,
yes.
if you get that.
Basically,
close,
is at the end of the inner circle, like right here, is where he put.
Okay, in that case, we can start in the dead center of the room, so everyone's in.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I want to figure out. Is like, you know, 'cause the big thing is like I'm having to invert it in my head where I am because I'm not able to run up to it. But the idea is, we're essentially heading towards
So
3
here,
as our
in
stage
the middle.
spot. The 3 is the stack, and then I would go hard left, but it's obviously arced more around because it's a much smaller circle.
Yeah. So what I figured out is that basically you can stand on the line, and that will be a safe place. Because on the first hit, boss will do the elbow hit on the ground. So exactly on the line is a safe place. Between the line and the perimeter.
Same place from one.
For you to be on the for example, on the far left or far right. On the first hit, the boss will do a big AoE, so because he hits with the elbows the platform. So the place where I was safe from both attacks and giving space to the people that was south of me, basically between the end of the line with the end of the circle, with small circle. That's where the safe place.
I'm just trying. So okay, I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna dump it in diagrams because I have a screenshot of it. Actually, I'm gonna drop it blind frog channel. So it might be a little hard to see on the screenshot, but I used like a blue marker. Is that where the safe spot's supposed to be, or where everyone's stacked up? Because there's 2 bridges before to make them cross. Are we going based on the bridge that we walked across, or where the 2 bridges would kind of...
Just because when we do this where it matters, there's only one bridge. You just run, like the stack people just go, they're on the center of the bridge, they walk onto the platform, and they just keep going straight until they hit the edge.
So that glowing bridge in that screenshot never actually factors in, because it looks like the people on the right have very little space. But there's no, they have just as much space. That red bridge makes no difference.
Right.
Okay, so like I'm gonna edit the picture again with red circles as to where people should go, just for my own understanding. Sorry, I'm shit at drawing with a mouse. So the blue circle's still there, that doesn't matter. But essentially those red dots is where people are going, with probably the one next to the bridge a little bit more towards the bridge.
That first red circle on the left probably could be closer. Well, like the blue dot should be more on the right than it is now.
Let me just take a big screenshot and edit it fresh.
Okay, just for so I can understand that where I'm standing right there in the picture that I just posted, that was a safe place to give space to the one that was south of me, and also to be safe of everything.
Okay, so I guess at this picture, so no one hit each other here, but look at Hoover's, like, really close to the stack. That's what we're going for. They were that close and didn't hit any of us. So we're gonna have to make, if we're going to do this the way that makes it simple, it requires precise positioning. We can't be using all this extra space. If you have people that far out, the second time it happens later in the fight, like, is that you, Batman, like on the top left?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, your baited AoE is going to stick too far into the other platform there.
Okay.
Because remember, the second time this happens, everyone that does something baits a giant AoE, which is why we have to keep switching platforms. And they are very big. They reach into other platforms if you're not near the edge.
How big is these explosions? I thought we barely had enough space.
Well, like I said, you can look at the one person next to the stack group. They did not hit us. Whoever's out on the right, I think it's Lakia, did not hit us from that distance.
I'm getting a picture.
Yeah, but BB, I think that's BB on the far right, is probably about twice that distance from Lakia is.
So I have a frame because we have the stat group also has an explosion. So here's probably the best illustration of it as it's slowly fading in. I'll drop it in frog.
Okay, that angle makes it a little more even looking. But
So that person had no extra room. Was that another?
that's Lakia on the right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty exact there. Batman's could have been a little closer. It's hard to tell beyond that. So, yeah.
The explosion that they generate in the ground is seemingly the exact same size as the blue.
Yeah, they should be the same size.
So.
By the way, Dolly, you DC'd because you had DC symbol in your head for like 5 minutes.
So for the back one, it's Batman's right. We can kind of just use that line as the first one, the line in the ground, as long as we're centered. But in the other circle, when we go out, well, actually no. So I'm curious again if that means we can just use this.
What I'm looking at is the pattern of the circle, and
Right.
so we can use. What I'm looking is that the pattern of the circle is exactly the same as just smaller as the one that we have. So you can stand in this line.
Well, here's. I think this is what you're talking about, Batman, in this picture.
Sorry.
Yeah, so looking at it, it probably would be
Exactly.
best instead of running straight back to orient where the bridge would be the second time around while we're practicing. Because, yeah, the bridge for the second phase would point straight into the middle of that marking, or that, like, pattern on the ground, yeah.
So if
Well,
we
we're
do
standing
want
it now.
to use that, I'm gonna just kind of draw my
But you-
circles again because I'm a sucker for circles.
But you are right on that last picture, Torin. You can use those lines as a base of where you need to stand with your AOE, as close to the ones that are in the middle.
And this will give us a shitload of space. So I'm kind of going to use this as our floor pattern. If everyone wants to look at these pictures, obviously Greg, obviously we can look at it and say it sounds right. I added some dots to it. But when we run out, this would essentially be the stack goes to blue, and the left, far right would still go. We would actually only use half of the circular platform.
That
Exactly.
looks good. I mean, we'll have to try it. But is this clear to everyone? You're kind of basing your positioning based on the floor markings, right? But you're gonna have to be pretty exact, because even a couple steps to the left or right.
Like, look at the ground right now, because it's the same pattern. It's just it's a slightly different shade of purple. The color that we have inside right here is what it is. Actually,
This is actually the
what it
same
is exactly.
pattern.
Yeah, so
Just smaller.
The inner blue circle. No, it actually is. Like, look at the screenshot.
Yeah, it's
this
exactly the
pattern.
same.
It's where I'm standing is where you would go, essentially. And you can kind of see on the ground what the shape will look like where you're going to be. You're going to be standing.
Yeah,
with these little
it's
arcs.
mostly the people that are slightly left or slightly right that kind of have a less distinct place to stand.
Basically,
Still distinct, but
you can stand right now in your spot if
Yeah,
you want.
so for giggles, Greg, can you put a marker somewhere in this blue circle and everyone just goes to it as if they're going?
oh, I see.
Just see where, like, let's see if everyone knows where they're going. Like put the stack marker down, and we all act as if we're the
Alright,
spreads.
I can see it would be like here. Let's see.
Exactly.
So everyone should know where they're going.
So yeah, where you would end up is I'm gonna put the markers down. Because yeah, this circle is the same as the small circle.
It's the exact same pattern.
It's exactly the same one.
And we would be running as if we were coming from where the boss is in that direction, but I don't want to go over there because before the boss.
Exactly.
Does this make sense to everyone? Like how you tell your precise positioning based on the floor pattern?
Anyone have a question?
So I'm slight left for how I think about it. So I would go here. Because coming in, the stack markers would go to A. I would veer slightly left to where 3 is.
Just to be very precise on one thing, you need to be exactly on the line, so you don't hit anybody
like
else.
this line that I'm running back and forth on.
Exactly.
We're trying to cheat the mechanic by putting everyone on the same platform. So the other way to do this is how we were originally doing it last week, where the stack people just went south every time. And then you can kind of scrunch the wind things a little closer together because you don't have the stack marker right here. But that's a way more complicated movement. And like people have to figure out, oh, am I going south on the next one or I'm going to the other platform because I have the wind. This one, we just run as a group back and forth between what I'm thinking is the northwest and northeast one, because guaranteed one of them's going to be safe the first time, one of them's not going to have the behemoth. So let's say behemoth was always on the northwest one every time we did it, but I'm assuming the students were random anywhere. You know, if the behemoth's on the northwest, all 8 of us go to the northeast, and all 8 of us go to the northwest, and so on, and we just do that 4 times. And it's way easier because you already know roughly where you're going, and you have, you know, like 5 seconds to figure out, okay, am I stacking or am I splitting off when I actually get to the platform? Versus, I need to know now because when I get to the center of the room, I need to know which direction I need to turn for the platform.
Now, in terms of like the wind versus anything else, we don't care. It's just, are we the stack or are we the spread, right?
Yeah, I mean, the spread is the win, but yeah.
But it's okay, so it's okay.
Your wind debuffs tell you when you have to spread. If you have wind debuffs 2 and 4, you have to spread on the 2nd and 4th time.
I didn't realize that was the term for the DPS stack. DPS.
I'll try to call it as we go, but yeah, everyone go stand on your spread markers.
Creepy dog, you know where you're going?
BB.
Do you know where you're going? No, you're fine.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Not a big deal.
Just want to make sure.
All right. So for the northeast platform and the northwest platform, you know, it's going to be like basically on the diagonal. Like the diagonal is where A is going to be. But
If it would help, that picture I just sent, you could make it very, very big.
all right, I'm going to put these markers back.
Because I know I'm having it as my full screen in one of my other displays.
Let me just go ahead and what's probably most helpful is to have. Can I get the right? Because I don't think. I think this is wrong, but I'm gonna. Triangles are hard.
Even if we could have one marker on each of these other platforms, on what the stack's position is, that blue circle I highlighted, that would just be super helpful.
Yeah, I would. I wish
'Cause
I
then
could do
I
that.
could count lines left to right.
All right.
I mean,
let's
it's
give it a
entirely
try.
based on the center point, though. If you're stacking, you follow the fork straight. If you're not,
But we're not. But it's
either
you're gonna
go
have to
sides or
veer
just
because it's
X.
not perfectly straight.
When we're practicing it for the first half of the fight, it's not going to be straight across the bridge because the bridge is different than it is mechanically.
What you can try to do, we can do some sacrifice runs, and while we are, you can let us die. While we're
Yeah.
doing the mechanics, you can place
It's
the
just
markers.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Dan, don't forget to eat food.
Dance partner because somehow I don't have it.
I'm already in a dance. I have to give it to you after. Sorry.
That's right. That's right.
We'll never get to fill this. Damn. This was the one I was feeling it. We're gonna do all this practice, and we're gonna get to the actual mechanics later on. We're just gonna find out like it just doesn't work. You can't do that.
That's right.
Two. Two markers like in the correct direction relative to the center. The outlink's line off center. So like, if you were stacking on this platform, this is where you'd be stacking. Where I'm jumping now.
If you place the marker right now, will it stay?
You can't place markers in combat.
Not
Oh,
without
okay.
cheating. And I would definitely do that because I'm already using a bunch of plugins. But I don't think I have. I don't know what lets you do that, and I don't have it.
It doesn't let you place them in combat. What it did is it let you place them outside of the ring, out of combat.
Oh.
Place them in space.
South. Everyone south except tanks. Alright, let's do the practice. You know what? Everyone just go ahead and stand where you would if you're spreading. And then, you know, you can just react and go to the stack if that's what you're actually doing.
I need to hit the bus.
DPS stack. Let's see. I think that was the healing issue, but the positioning worked out. All right, so tanks and healers, you know, we would stack here, and then DPS would spread out. All right, go ahead and wipe it. I should have healed a little bit harder because we're a little bit more spread out than we usually were because of the early positioning. But I think the positioning was fine. I think the people that died just weren't well. I'll check. I'll check the death log. It was Batman and he that died, I think.
No, it's Batman, Mia, and yeah, like yeah. And then Dan died because he flew off from platform.
Okay. No, you got hit by both. And then no, that was getting hit by both. So
I got hit by both. Oh, damn it, yeah, I was. But I was in the middle. That was weird.
we might have. Well, we'll try it one more time.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go again.
All right.
Also be very close to the edge.
Yeah, it
That-
sucks.
that
You're not in
little
melee range from
separation.
the far one.
Yeah, that's okay.
In theory, it doesn't matter as long as you walk along that line. It doesn't break the pattern if you walk along that or towards the center of the platform.
Well, both ends do.
Well, you'd only be taking like a step.
Not on that far.
Well, at least when we do this for real, the two north platforms will have melee range.
Right.
Disperse. like, if this is truly pixel perfect, we might just have to have people that are spreading, like, you know, you go to that line two, and you take like a step, something like that. If it's just too precise. One step. Alright, next up, Light Party.
Yeah, it's two.
The egg was behind the other egg. They were hiding their numbers by walking the single file. Alright, everyone's south except tanks. Tanks healer stack.
Nope.
I think the positioning is like literally exact. So
Yeah, it's
maybe
basically
the people that are doing win take one step beyond, like one step more outward, but that's it.
So since we're following the pattern on the ground, as we come into the new platform, are we going to rotate clockwise or counterclockwise for our positions?
As you go onto the platform, you're either left or you're right.
Yes, but
I guess looking at
before
it, like,
we were running directly to the back if you were stacking. That won't work here. You're either going to have to veer a little bit to the left or a little to the right.
look at the
It's gonna be.
There's a blue circle and 4 red circles.
What Dan is
Rotating
asking.
slightly counterclockwise.
You're asking if every one of them
for
moving
a one,
along.
yes. For 2, it'd be the other way. I would say you're rotating slightly away from the boss. I guess is the most accurate.
Okay, that makes sense.
To get the correct center position. All right, so same basic idea, but if you're one of the win people, just both of you take just a tiny step to the right.
You mean away from blue?
Yeah, sorry, a tiny step away from the middle.
Because right would mean a very drastic thing for one side than the other.
Let's try it again. I guess the safe thing is for the person going slight left, slight right to take, like, you know, 1 step out, and then the other person take 1.5 steps out, because, like, the problem is, if, you know, you kind of create the problem again if the person, you know, if the person on the inside steps a little further than you, they
I think we have. I don't think it's necessary to give a little more space than it was. We just had a lot of people stacked on top of it. That shouldn't have been.
We can make this work. I think we have space, as Troy said.
do it. stack. Next DPS stack.
This one we need to sprint.
Well, we also just had very, very few people in the correct spot.
Those people were correct.
What I think for the second one we need to sprint because basically I sprinted and I was barely there, right next to you, Greg.
Yeah, I usually do the group sprint there. I kind of forgot. So if you're stacking that second one, you can't just go straight from the bridge. You will not be in the correct spot because the angle is different because the bridges are different. The bridge does not point directly at the path. It's kind of off kilter. The markers kind of can guide you though because they're slightly off center in the correct direction. So like 2 is slightly off center if you follow it. Then again, maybe
I mean, if you just look at the center of the platform, there's like 4 fork-looking things. You find the northmost one that's pointed slightly away from the balls. Just follow that line.
Alright, let's try it again. I mean, worst case, we just be satisfied
Go back.
practicing it on the south platform. And then it'll be easier in terms of the positioning when we do it later in the fight because you really just go
Well,
straight.
I do just want to verify because like I thought I went to the right place and apparently I didn't. If you think everyone was in relatively the right spot, then I must have a different idea of where the spots are. So I'm just drawing them real quick on this platform to verify. Based on where I thought we were supposed to go, because where I thought I was supposed to go is where you and Batman were dead. Which meant, to me, both of you were in the wrong spot, so I'm just wondering if I'm misunderstanding where the spots are.
Where I was is where it should have been slightly.
So, is this not what it should have been for that platform? Obviously, it's a rough drawing.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
So, Greg, you were dead on the far left.
I don't think that's where I died. You can see where I am.
So where your circle... I had to jet out because your circles ended up being... Unless that's Batman's circle.
So
I died
Batman
next to
brought the
Greg.
light to me.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. Okay. I just want to make sure. I thought everyone was off by 1, but maybe it's just the
Several
circle scared
DPS
me.
were not stacked because there was 2 separate DPS stacks. One was off to the side.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, this movement is harder than it will be later because yeah, you can't just go straight off the bridge.
Yeah, it's got a veer to it. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Let's just try it again. I'll make sure we do the sprint. We'll have a little more time for it.
I'd rather ask clarification questions. Everyone sees the diagrams.
But yeah, like where I put 2, you kind of 2 is in the direction of where this. You can't put it on where you're setting. Thank you. We're gonna practice this 1 or 2 more times, and then we're just gonna go back to how we were doing that part before. Because We just need to see if it even makes sense at all. 2 later. And that one we'll be able to see right away. And we'll do the mechanic once. Go to the other platform. And if we see that the AoEs jut out too far, we'll do the mechanics. DPS stack. Three. 2. Thanks for their stack.
Oh shit, I was in the wrong place.
I was too.
Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to have us practice that one. It's way harder than the real thing. The arm's in the way until the last second. You can't fucking see anything. It's not the right angle. I think we've got the concept. So we're gonna just go back to doing that, the northeast southwest thing, because everyone remember their direction.
Yeah.
Northeast, southwest, center.
Okay.
I think we've got the concept. I wanted to see. We need to get to that part of the fight later. We need to get to that mechanic later in the fight once. Do it right just the very first time we drop AoEs, and then we'll know immediately if it's going to work. Even if we don't position correctly for a second, we'll still basically. All right, let's do it.
Here we go.
The position is way easier the second time it comes up.
I 100% see why these markers were so critical to have that were not placeable. Because having markers on those platforms would make this so fucking easy.
Yeah, and since you can guarantee you only need to use 2 of the platforms if you're doing this mechanic, I could literally give everyone a marker for their position on those platforms. Well, not quite everyone, but I can give them all. It's okay, they fixed it by letting you put the markers down after you win the fight.
Yeah, they didn't remove the markers. I might go into Party Finder this weekend and try to do some.
Well, the thing is, I don't know what the Party Finder markers are mechanic. I'm sure they help that mechanic in some way because it appears to be like things that are part of the fight. I don't know if this strategy is standard or not.
No, it's not.
2. It's definitely not intended, but if it does work, it'll be much easier. Alright, everyone except tanks south. Remember, we're doing the plus pattern thing as usual. East, south, west, and center. DPS stack. Stack. mess it up if someone on Q's side can do something. Oh, I forgot what we're doing here. Knockback protection. That's what's happening. Okay. Alright, Dolly side will need some extra mitigation if you can give it.
I had shake it off.
I fucking threw my shield too early. God damn it.
I will do paint.
I got reprisal for it too.
Very good. Put the stuff up.
Also paint.
South. Don't take that.
Too late.
Come on.
Alright, get ready to dodge. Everyone middle except tanks. And then it's Minotaur time.
Yeah, it's a minute of time.
If you don't have anything, you're baiting the Minotaurs directly away from the Behemoth. Directly away from the Behemoth. Behemoth is on northwest. Well, Behemoth's on 1. You're pointing the Minotaur away from 1. Not 1. Alright, go. Ready to get knocked towards your marker.
Oh, I was knocked back wrongly to the number 1.
Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to get knocked to B, not to 2. Whoops.
Alright. Well, the Behemoths were pointed correctly. One of the people that were connected to the Behemoth went to a different platform. So if you're connected to the Behemoth with the lightning line, you stay on that
I
platform.
mixed it up and so I just jumped off because I didn't want to kill anybody.
It still shot me and killed me.
It's
Well,
And I probably still
pay
goes.
for effort though. That's commitment.
Alright. Keep at it.
Let's give it a shot.
The line of thought was perfect, Dan, by the way. So, yeah. So,
The risk was calculated. Damn, I'm badass. I was so close. I thought I was far enough out, but I could get the ball and not kill it.
I have not placed the ball.
Got you.
Perfect for that. 1. North side. I can't go.
in this one.
a stack. Yes, Al. Next, stacking.
We have to break melee range or
You can say melee. You can do like
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, alright. Dodge, then everyone center except tanks out. Okay, get ready for Minotaurs. South, even the south. Right, the Minotaur. Perfect. Next up is getting knocked back towards your mark. Check your angle. Go to 1 or 2. Can you tell me?
I don't know exactly what killed him. I knew what killed you, but everyone else was just not popped off.
Well, there's only 3 of you. Alright. Knockback protection. Soak these circles.
Someone needs more.
I think I was north, but nobody was in south as well.
Well, there were 2 there.
I don't know if we can make a hard and fast rule. This was a lot of slightly variations, but I guess the gist of it is, there's one for everyone. If someone's already in the one that you think should be yours, just start looking for one that doesn't have any.
One question, Greg. So it says here, can we use like our general clock positions to go to the nearest one, to our clock position?
That's what we're already doing, but that sometimes still tries to put 2 people in the same one. you guys
Yeah, what
think.
gets confusing is if there's one in west, northwest, and north, but none in east. Where does east go? West
North.
probably went west. North probably went in north. So just to go in the empty one, east might have to go northwest because it's the only one that doesn't have somebody in it. That's sort of what Greg's saying, I think.
It's possible if you just go to the one closest to you that two people end up picking the same one.
Right. So if you see one that's empty, jump in it if you're supposed to be in it.
There's quite a bit of time to react to the mechanic. In fact, I wouldn't start near the edge of the room. I would start near the center, and then you should also be able to see that someone that's not tethered to a bird is running towards the circle. That one's already taken. Like, I don't mean like start dead center, but like if I was southwest, which I am, that's kind of the starting point. I would be like initially.
Someone probably thought I was taking the super north one because I had the bird right next to it, so I was one pixel out of the circle to point the bird away, not hit nothing.
Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, I don't know of a better rule for it since the spawn position is so
Yeah, like both people in the southeast could get picked for feathers, right? Or is that-
it's by roll.
No.
These are all DPS have the first
He loves 2 today.
Who does?
Or she, sorry. He's a she.
tank healers out, DPS in. Tank healers out. I mean, in, tank healers in, DPS out. DPS out. Spot.
2 minutes soonish.
Yep.
Point Minotaurs and such. Demon is south again.
Damn.
It's straight. It's not
You just
Amazing hitting. That
Alright, get. Watch your position. Watch your ankles.
I died to damage. Basically, that's what happened.
Stop trying to press so fast after that.
I can't catch you.
Wipe it.
Oh yeah, I got an auto attack. That's what killed me. Okay, no, I know.
I just experienced another paladin L. When you get res, you don't have enough mana to complete your spell combo. So you just sit there out of mana. That's great.
Alright. Check your length of carrot puddings, and here we go.
Yeah, just don't get betrayed, forehead. Absolutely.
That
Yeah,
needs
you
me
try
for
not
one
getting
Lalafell
stopped
butt
by your
cheek.
friends.
Trick, man. Just don't let the imposter kill you if you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't beat people with bad. One.
Finally.
Oh no. Never worried. Never at all worried. You saw it. Straight creeps down.
Light farms.
But I wouldn't get for a roll right now.
Two.
Recharges. Charge is great, but I can't just go Alright, I know I keep getting close to you. I'm also trying to betray you. Red helmet, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you'll understand if I don't trust.
DPSN takes healers out. Frost tank heals in DPSN. Swap.
2 minutes incoming.
Come on, Resh, just want a hug? Don't worry, Dan's got you this next one.
Oh,
Alright. The behemoth is northeast 2. The behemoth at 2. Should the target pointed away. Alright, go to the behemoth afterward. Okay, watch your angle. Hold on back. Tank cluster. Shit. Spot for sprint.
You can preemptively generally move. As if he doesn't move way across.
Tank skiers are getting circles. Knockback protection.
Oh, I think I hit that here. But I couldn't move north, or maybe I don't know.
Demons are
One. Someone. Okay. Go to 2. Make a pattern on 2. Tank skiers are stacking first. Alright, go to 1. Tank skiers are stacking again. Sorry, no, they're going out. DPS are stacking. DPS are stacking. DPS are stacking.
Well, shit.
Okay, well, we found out this doesn't work.
He won't? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got
It's
stuff up
eating
there.
half the field.
But what was eating half the field? That's the question.
The AoEs.
Which one is the question?
the delayed ones.
yeah.
Right,
the-
is the one from the wind or the one from the light? They are not the same AoE.
It was the I think it was the AoEs that were not being stacked.
Yeah. Yes, it was. So it was the
what
one
I
that
got?
the,
It was wind
I'm
AoE.
going to the footage 'cause it might have been the light one that was the problem.
No, it was
only
wind.
way
It was
back.
wind. It was wind for sure. I just saw it. I just saw it.
Okay.
Fuck.
So it's still 100% the case that all 4 winds need to be on one platform. You have nothing
Now
else
I
to
can
do.
say who was far. Who was on the other side? Where was I? You're true.
I was opposite
I'm-
you.
I'm far left. Well, no, you're a tank. He's a DPS, so.
Yeah.
I'm
Who was the other?
Or we're gonna probably just take our break while I edit footage and stuff.
Because if you see this footage right now, Greg, I can tell you that the one that was opposite to me was a little bit too far to the north, so
Yeah,
or
I
closer
mean,
to the other
The
platform.
overlap was pretty gigantic. Like that just wasn't good.
Ah, okay,
Well,
okay,
so
okay.
here's my question. If
Then again, with what we're doing, we're not truly going on direct opposite ends of the 2 circles we're picking. So
I think it was possible if we had done that.
yeah,
Well,
that
I think-
that might be possible then.
It's possible to do it how you told it, but maybe we need to rotate like 45 degrees
I think
from.
if everyone moves one quadrant to the right, it would have worked perfect.
Yeah, because if you're going just based off the bridge, we're not on. But since we're using the top two platforms, we should be going the far west on the west one and the far east on the east one.
Because what
Instead
I
of
think,
northwest and northeast, which is what we're kind of doing. So yeah, maybe it'll work.
It just says it's 45 degrees, and that will basically will make it possible.
I love drawing my blue lines and red circles.
Let's see, is that still like on a pattern that's easy to see?
Yes. Well,
Yes,
so
because the
here's my
lines will
thought.
help.
And I think what I'm drawing is what Batman's talking about. We'll find out in 2 seconds. So when we place the first ones, this is not how we place them. This is how I think we need to place them. I'm placing a line problem.
Yeah, okay, basically we just rotate.
So
one
we do
spot.
the half circle away from, furthest away from the circle that we're going to go to.
Yeah, so we're basically rotating one position.
Correct.
Exactly.
The whole thing rotates
exactly.
clockwise.
Or
Like
away
Batman
from
said,
the
45
boss.
degrees.
Yeah, away from the boss specifically because it's counterclockwise.
The problem is, it's not as simple as saying we're running towards 12 o'clock, so just grab your thing. The arm is not there to make it a pain in the ass to see, but there is going to be a bird there making it a pain in the ass to see. If we could fucking place markers, this shit would be so easy.
Yeah, but anyway, it's not that hard because basically it's what you've been saying. It's 45 degrees, one spot away from the boss, and that's basically it. We can use
let's
this.
see. Okay, then that one would be further back. Right, that one would be further away. I guess what I'm afraid of is that circle that extended really deep into the platform the second time.
Here, I have a screenshot of that because that's. So I'm actually
Is
not
that a wind
entirely
AoE
sure.
or is that the donut?
I don't know how easily you can see from that, but so Dash is still
Maybe from my
thoroughly
footage.
fucked where he is.
Yeah, I mean, but if we did this, well, first of all, I know we were talking about that tiny step, but that's just a fair bit off from like the line. He would
I suppose yes. If he was right on that line, and you pulled the one circle off, there is enough space.
But the whole
However,
thing's rotated anyway, so it's fine as long as that AOE that's really jutting into our space is not the donut.
right.
But it can never be the donut because the donut is made by the stack marker. And stack
The
marker
donut,
is the
but, I mean,
first one.
The donut might be really big.
No, yes, but it's not big. I'm gonna post a picture. I'm posting a picture so
I
you can see.
don't think it's the donut, and I'm judging that basically on the fact that the AOE is not symmetrical.
Correct. The way the angles are, I'm pretty sure the donut is the one that Dash is actually standing on. The exact line that Dash is on is the donut.
Just check the picture you just posted. So basically, it's, if that last AOE would be a little bit, just like
Dash
a
was
tad
on the
bit.
Okay, yeah, this should work then. Alright. Wish I could put the marker down. It would make this, a million times easier.
So we know the name of the.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking over right now.
Because yes, I would really like to do this strategy and not the one where you have to judge whether you're going to the south platform or not every time.
Look, for example, I was, let's
Also,
say.
this is way easier for healing when we're running as a group the whole time. Otherwise,
Yeah.
the only chance we get to heal the DPS is when we meet in the middle as we go to our respective platforms.
Like in the picture that I just posted, Greg, you can see I was standing exactly in the line where I should be, and if you see the platform with the number 3, look at where my AOE ends up. It's exactly at the middle. So it's way too much space even for the ones on the right and left side to be standing there. Just look at the platform number 3.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically with what we're doing now, we're basically platform 3 and 1 basically the same-ish. Well, I guess not quite, but
No, because in number 1 you can see the circle from the AoE end up after the middle circle, and in number 3 is basically in the middle of the middle circle. So it's just we need to stand exactly on the
I guess
line.
what I mean is it's 3 and 1 should look the same if everyone was precisely positioned the way
Yes.
they intended last time, because the stack marker is directly between 1 and 3, so the pattern should be symmetrical on those 2 platforms. But whoever was far left, I guess, was a little further out than whoever was on the far right. But it's not a big deal. But if we rotate that whole pattern of AoEs a little bit, 1 clears up a lot. Yeah.
Wait, is it Cactbot that lets you do it?
It might be.
I don't know. I haven't seen it on Cactbot.
Okay, I
So-
found a waymarker tool that apparently lets you do it instantly and save outside of the game settings. So I'm gonna look this up right now. It's called Sleep Marker.
I feel like it's going to be based on map coordinates, but I'm not going to know where the map coordinates are of where I want those markers.
Here, I mean, if you want to watch it, let me look that up. No, it's at 21.
Well, even if I can't get the marker on the exact spot, like right now 1 and 2 are in the correct direction relative to the center of the small platform, I can move them so that's still true.
On the last picture that I just posted, I tried to draw a line where if you placed the 2 DPS on the far right and far left, or tank healers in the correct spot, that's how much space we have in each platform.
Yeah, it'd be something like that, yeah. Review the footage. Also, just to see how long we have between explosions. I think it's quite a while because when the first time this mechanic happens, you're delayed switching platforms because of the smash and push mechanic. So I think the time between explosions is the same the second time, but you get to just start changing platforms immediately. You don't have to wait for the boss to push the arm out before you start moving. So I think we'll have more time to get to our positions for each platform. Also, there's not a arm that blocks view until like a second before they go off.
Yeah. At what time are we coming back so I can get something to drink?
I'll say just 9:45 since
Alright, so
we're
10
actually
minutes.
breaking now. Not doing as much raid stuff. Alright. Let's see.
So I'll be back in 10.
So that add-on is also for like moving the markers during a fight.
So work.
It will also help us for what we're doing now, but like yeah, like this is for like when a mechanic happens, it moves the markers.
Oh, that's fucking. Ooh, that's spicy. I'm trying to follow along as he's doing it, so I'm not even that far ahead.
I just kind of skipped to the end. You can see the triggers where it's like, you know, when the boss does the ability with this ID, put the markers here.
That's fucking dirty. I love it. Okay, I'm setting this the fuck up right now.
I mean, I don't know if I want to, like, I would be willing to use that just to put the markers where I want initially, but I don't want the markers that move during the fight.
Fair enough.
I think that's going too far.
I'm assuming I can't set, only the leader can set wave markers. Like, do you want to set this application up, or should I set this application up?
I guess you can set it up if you want.
Okay.
but
I'm just gonna keep following this guy then, because I have ACT always running. I don't know.
I usually don't. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll get it in mind.
Now, I think they should let you put markers down during a fight, and like it is kind of annoying. The only reason they restrict that is because of plugins. But like an actual player moving a marker during a fight is perfectly legitimate. Either for situations like this where the platform changes and you can't put the marker down before the fight, or just, you know, if there's an actual player plopping down a marker during the fight.
Where the fuck am I? ACT. Did I hide it on myself? Oh, there it is.
If we're doing this as well, I think there might be a slightly easier way to assign people's positions. Because here's how it's going to be. On each platform, there's going to be one person who's straight north, one person who's straight south, and then one person who's northeast or either northeast or northwest, depending on which platform it is, and one person that's southeast or southwest, depending on which platform it is. So I can say, like, just for example, if I'm wind, I'm on north. The north part of the platform. Straight north. Instead of doing like the left or right thing, that might be easier. Because what we're doing now is that we're on direct. Yeah, there's always a wind person on the north part of the platform, one on the south end of the platform. Those are the two people on the edges. And then the inner cardinals, and then the stack is either straight east or straight west on the platform.
Okay.
That might be easier for people to parse too, because they can orient themselves on the platform of compass direction. Which immediately you could do before, but not in as a consistent way. Which immediately you could do.
Well, maybe this isn't what we want.
I think it could do what we want it to do.
I watched
That's
it
not-
from the very beginning. He's saying you have to be on the ground. You save him as a preset.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, but that's how you get the coordinates. Like, you could just manually go in and type in the coordinates if you wanted, I'm sure. But you'd have to know what those coordinates are that you wanted.
Right.
So I imagine how people did this originally is, I don't know if there's a tool that's going to let you actually, like, use your mouse and click on the air to put a marker down, but you could just start playing with coordinates. It's like, okay, that's where I want it. And also, you might be able to, like, do math to determine where it should be. If you know, like, the arena is like a 200 by 200 square with this pattern inscribed in it.
Basically, math is your language, right?
If I knew some things about the arena, I could probably math out the coordinates. Yes, 'cause, it's equilateral triangle, 3 circles on the end. That's trig and shit. I haven't done it in a while, but I could, I guess. But not before we start raiding again. 2 minutes.
Okay, so I have an idea. I'm going to use this add-on for this tool. I'm going to put down some add-ons, some way markers.
I'm throwing out a ready check.
This version of Paisley Park supports local only mode.
No idea what that means.
It means that only Druin will see it because
No,
he's
it's not doing it anyway.
We can look into something like this for next week if we have to. I think.
Oh, no, okay, I
think-
think I figured it out. I'm sorry. Let's go in and see if this will work, because I still got to figure out how to like figure them, but
I think the new system, the new positioning is a bit simpler to describe anyway, in a way that will make sense to me. Because now we can do true north, true north positioning, kind of. And I'll kind of explain there. All right.
can I just test this real quick? I just want to see.
Sure. Oh,
Okay, hold
I'm
on.
not sure I can actually move inside here.
Why?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you can just put the markers down yourself.
Yeah.
So I gotta do 2 things. I just want to first know if they added them for everybody, so I'm just gonna do 7 circle. Create, save, yes. Now change all the way markers to do the small one. that change for anyone else?
I see everything on the middle right now.
Oh, so I see everything at the edges.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the local mode is I don't want people to get me banned, I guess.
Yeah, local mode is only for the client, so you.
Huh. Okay, so this won't work then.
I
It
mean,
will work for you.
I think there'd be a way to make it actually. Anyway. So, just to recap what we concluded from last time is that this strategy should work essentially, but we're going to have to modify where we're putting the things down. We're going to have to rotate one space away from the boss. Now, what this is going to mean is, on any given, let's say we're on the northwest platform. Previously, the stack marker would have been like this, kind of northwest, right, on that platform. If this middle thing was what we're talking about. Now the stack is either going to be far west or far east. But I will note that the ground pattern on those platforms is rotated 45 degrees. So the stacks are now going on like these thin lines. Like that's what it will look like. It will look like one of these thin lines, those stacks. But the stack goes far east or far north, and then
The advantage is actually sort of easier. So, like, I'm going to be selfish and point out my situation. When we go to the right, so when we go northeast, the farthest edges are pure north and south, and then the stack is pure east. So the intermediaries are the northeast and the southeast. So it's basically like it's always going to be north, south, and east, or north, south, and west, and then you're in between those people.
yeah, so this is what we're going to do. We're also going to change our assignments, because on each platform, there's going to be a far north and a far south, 2 and 4. So instead of having people go left and right, we can have just someone who goes north. Whichever platform that is, they go to the north spot or the south
I
spot.
like that.
I got confused again. How it will work again?
So instead of being far left, you're south, because if you look at can you get rid of B real quick?
Can I go where? Sorry again.
So like look at this circle right here, and let's pretend this is the northwest one, right? This inner circle right here that we're running around on. So like, what position are you normally, Batman? Are you far right or partially right?
I'm far left.
You're far left. No, I'm pretty sure it's Riley and I that were on 4 in the past.
Ah, no, okay.
What were you
No.
What were you before?
Sorry. I'm number 2. So if you use these markers, I'm number 2.
What you would be is, so here's the shitty thing that happens there. If it were inversed and we were going to the right, you would be the furthest away from the boss, right? Which would suck for you. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter on those two platforms. The idea is you would always be north. So if you're on the left platform or the right platform, you are just always 12 on the clock.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So the other
Not
platform
really.
would be this.
Oh, okay. So I'll be always on
You
number
don't have to
2.
think about which direction's left. You're just always north.
Yeah. I got it. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
So
so-
basically, yeah.
So yeah, instead of doing the left and right thing, you either north, diagonal south, or south. I think that'll be easier.
Yeah, with that one, I just got it perfectly. So I understand. So
I'm gonna put markers down so that we can kind of.
for me, it's a perfect cone. Like, it's your birthday.
Position I do
If
was
you-
lost.
Oh yeah,
It's-
now that's more
Well, it's your birthday, Craig. If you want us to make that a cone in our mind, it will be a cone.
Dash, do you want to shoot the same ones we have with the plus since we'll always be in melee range? Did I see a beam attacking?
That's why I originally killed myself when I saw beam looking at the boss. Alright, but
Alright.
yeah. Good.
Alright, so Dolly and Vivi are south. Straight south.
Oh, okay.
Batman and Ross are straight north. I guess I'll get diagonal south.
I would go straight south, but then I'd be out of melee.
No, because it's the two front platforms.
Yeah, when we're
It's
doing
only
this,
ever the two front platforms?
yeah,
We're
Okay.
only going to be bouncing between those two.
because
Okay.
it's
Would you rather be
guaranteed-
straight south? That way you have the straight south for all of the splits?
I mean, isn't that's whatever
This is
works.
completely arbitrary. It's
Yeah, it's
whatever,
arbitrary. This
whatever
works.
is going to work for you.
That's fine. We'll see. We'll do this.
So, and like if we're in these positions and tanks and healers have to stack, tanks and healers would all run to A, and the DPS would stay where they are. And if it was DPS stacking, the DPS would stack where A is, and the tanks and healers would go to their spots. Right? Like we have one at each of each. at
So
each,
just to be
right?
clear, you're not thinking left or right anymore. You're thinking north and south.
Yeah.
And the stack is always on the far east or the far west part of the platform. I'm going to try to set up, I can't set up the marker where you're going to be stacking, but what I can do, if I'm careful, is set up the markers.
Well, if you think about a clock, Dash and Dan are going to be at 1:30.
I think I can get them pretty close to it. Like, they're not going to be on the edge.
Just to be clear, we're talking about absolute north, not relative to as we run on the platform.
Correct. These are true north positions.
After falling so many times, why haven't you learned how to fly?
Alright. I'll try this. I might, okay, everyone off the platform. Big learning curve for this mechanic, but I think the fight will be downhill from Alright, eat food if you need to. Let's give this a try.
We're still rotating 45 degrees or not?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, everything we're talking about is because we're rotating 45 degrees.
Alright, just to make it perfect.
Try.
All right. The only one without food. Here we go.
Here we go!
See, the problem there, Batman, is that's more accurate than Chris Pratt's voice, so you gotta tone it down.
Yeah. Well, if they fix Sonic for the movie, I think they can fix that as well.
You'd hope.
You're not gonna fire Chris Pratt.
Yup, that's the problem.
No, but I believe in him that
Just
he
phone
can
it
make a
in.
good Mario Bros.
I don't think he can. Upset.
Find out how short two. Yeah, they need to go a little north of where they are. For sure. But off like this platform. This is where the stack will be. Other side. Back.
I don't know what that snapshots.
Tank healers in, DPS out. Tank healers out, DPS in. Straight east west is another path. It's close, but it's not quite right between.
I'll go to your spot then.
Honestly, the fact that it's a smidge off, I think makes it even better for us.
Knockback protection.
We'll find out though.
Northwest, one. Mid far away from Behemoth. It's tank healers with cars. Combat.
Okay.
For circles. DPS or so. Circles. Knockback protection.
Soaking a circle and a vertical immediately. Oh, I didn't hit my knockback protection.
No, we're dead.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone was gonna make it north, so I just took it. But I was able to eat it. I just got knocked off.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to go there.
No, so if you have a line connected to you, you're not supposed to swim the circle.
Right, but if you're standing in, it's really hard to tell if you have a line or not. For somebody else.
But I mean, I wasn't in it for a long period of time until it was like 2 seconds, second left.
Well, it is role based, so if it's a tank or a healer, you know that they're not supposed to be in the circle. It's either all DPS soaking circles or all tanks and healers soaking circles.
Again, when that phase is coming up, you can preemptively get in your quadrant. So like, there's no reason you have to be hugged dead center. You can be
Yeah, it's
halfway
just there
through
was
the quadrant.
my spot is 2, and there was due north and 1 by B, so I'm trying to decide which one I should go to.
Just curious what you mean your spot is 2.
Caught
It's a
position.
quadrant.
But 2's not a quadrant, it's cardinals. Are you north or are you east?
I mean, 1 and 2 are basically close to mirror.
Like my core position could be.
I just want to make sure somebody, if one person thinks their position is east and someone else thinks their position is northeast, that would also explain
1
a
and
lot
2
of
are
it.
more like diagonals.
And we were using the same diagonals from the last boss, so whatever your
Okay,
diagonal.
I thought we were doing cardinals. I didn't know.
Dolly DC.
Who is it?
So that's
No.
my mistake. I kept going north every time, and apparently I should have been going northwest.
Well, I'm not actually 100% sure. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm
Where would you supposed to go that with no normal area is
It
south?
should be like over here. This is your normal cardinal area, right? Because we're always southeast together.
Yeah.
So like you should be in this area ideally.
Who can show it, not area or position?
Or just whichever. Just grab one.
given there
as soon
given
as
there
you
was
can.
one at 1 and 1 dead north. Yours would have been the one at B, and whoever would have had northeast would have gotten one at north. Because the one in northwest, the one over by 1, could not have been grabbed by somebody else who grabbed it.
Yeah, I should have gone north there.
Yeah, like normally, my best suggestion is just like stand in your quadrant and then like get in one and then just plant yourself there in the middle of it as soon as possible. And then people who are looking around, scanning for one to grab, should see you in the middle and know that's not one that they can come and get. And so like if there's 2 in your quadrant, just don't hesitate, just walk into one and stand there. And
The other thing is, I think the glow around a circle won't glow if somebody's in it. So they should stick out when they got a big glowing
Yes.
ring around them.
yeah, this is like straight out of 24-man stuff, right? Like we've seen that mechanic a lot of times before.
So that's my bad. I probably caused some confusion on which circle was supposed to be soaked. Because half the time I'd grab one at north, and I probably needed to grab one more west.
Well, I need to look at why people died, actually, because... Yeah, you got knocked off. But what killed everything?
Is
Earlier.
it possible the wind would have knocked me out of the circle before the meteor
We
hit?
would have just all died instantly. One meteor doesn't clear 1,000 people.
No, earlier, I was in the zone and Greg said knockback, and I just slammed my knockback protection, and I'm like, wait, you don't use it here. And then you got pushed to your quadrant, or it was when we had stack circles. So I didn't have it up for that, so I just immuned my bird, but immune doesn't save you from it.
It sure doesn't. That's what I did.
Dolly was probably just getting...
No, he.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Because, yeah, what Ross did can't kill someone. Other than himself, but that was unrelated. Alright, let's,
Give it a shot.
DPS in. DPS in.
I'll do paint, so you can dig it as much as you can.
mark where the first stack is going to be.
Stack's gonna be hard west, hard east.
Fuck, we gotta go back. Never mind, we go either. Sorry. Go west. It's tanks healers. I mean DPS stacking first. Shit.
I messed it up.
Alright. Wipe it. I'm between. The problem is straight east, straight west does not line up well with that. Same with straight north, straight south. It's rotated slightly. So I'm trying to decide if we're better off using positions that are based on the ground pattern and are slightly wrong, hoping there's enough leeway for that, or trying to get actual truly straight west, truly straight north. Yeah, doing the true west, north, south would be way easier if I could actually put numbers down.
So I'm gonna repost the picture. So if you look at this picture, the one that's overlapping the most was mine when I was far left. So if everything rotates 45 degrees, that biggest circle encroaching isn't there. And if you look at what would be north and south on the lines, which are slightly off, you have a huge margin of safety.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna do it based on the ground pattern. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Okay, what does that actually mean? So. God, I really need to be able to put a marker on the part of the fight that matters. Square.
I'm just drawing them right now. So the camera angle on this, albeit is actually fucked, and I apologize for that. But this is essentially what it would be, with the edges being essentially pure north and pure south. So when I say true west in that picture, no, it is not technically true west, but looking at it like a clock, that is essentially where 9 would be for the lines.
Yeah, so one way to think of it, compared to what we did last time, you're literally just rotating one spot.
Right.
If you were previously on like the big pattern like this, you're going to be on one of these smaller lines instead. Vice versa, if you're previously on these small lines, your correct spot is going to be in the middle of this big pattern.
Actually, yeah, that's the easiest way to think about it. Go to where true west would be and find the small pattern. That's the stack spot. Same thing with north-south. True north and true south should be very easy to find when you're on the circle. It's kind of easy.
Another way to think about it is, instead of running directly off the bridge like we were before to get to the stack position, you go off the bridge and you veer just a tad away from the boss. Is where you're gonna. All right, let's try it again. You gotta see it.
We gotta get footage, Joe.
And by next week, I will try to have some type of solution of having a marker on the stack position, which will just make this so much easier.
I'm probably gonna do Party Finder to see what they use for markers.
Just join a Party Finder where someone put markers down and just
Save them. No, because I want to see them describe it.
Well, we're not doing the Party Finder strat. I'm 90%
But
sure.
That's
The Party Finder strat almost certainly, well...
You're right, Greg. The Party Finder strat is basically the two circle strat, the first one that we tried.
They're probably marked edges.
One.
I made some footage right now that I will try to get you the pictures of. I basically got the whole platform clear without any UI from very afar.
So it's like the platform behind us, the north side,
Combat protection.
the west.
Tanks and healers are 20 meters. We're on this platform initially. This is where tanks either stacking first.
I'm south side.
If we just could put a fucking marker down.
Give me 1 second because I got some footage of something that you may like.
I was out of position there. I thought we had gone back to the previous strat where we were not doing north and south.
kind of north and south, but it's off center. It's off center.
Yeah, it's just like I apparently was in the complete wrong side, and that's what's confusing me.
It's still gonna be kind of north-south though, like because we're only using those two platforms. You know, instead of being left and right, I think it's easier to think of it as, you know, slightly north, full north, slightly south, full south of the stack position.
Here's what they would look like there.
Yeah, I can see where I should have gone.
I don't know if you're north-south, but that's what the lines would be.
Yeah, I ran to where you know, and I should have been on the other side of towards the north.
Does this picture help you to make some lines or some positions on markers, just as a reference drawing?
Yeah, I'm gonna draw that up right now.
Yeah, the tricky part is that, you know, when I'm putting markers down here at least. I can't, match what I'm seeing on the field now to what it's going to look like. It falls away. This is probably a little better.
The only one I'm not sure on is I think south is gonna butt fuck south every time, but we'll have to see it. Because I want to assume there's enough space, but we might be creating the same problem we had when they were 45 degrees.
We actually 100% are. We're just trading one from the other.
Because I think only one of them needed to shift 45 degrees is what it was, not both. Because now looking at both the south ones.
Yeah, we
That
just,
would help.
We just inverted what we did, yeah.
That is exactly what we've done.
And the problem is the true east, true west are
In-betweens.
in between. That said, it might be good enough to, like
I
you
think
said,
it's,
just rotate
yeah,
one.
So,
Oh, that's so confusing though.
it really is.
So the
Boy,
positions that you
part of
plot,
it.
the one that you just posted is basically the second positions. The first one is basically true north, south, east, west, and that's the second one, I assume.
Well, we have to do it 4 times. So it's not just first and second, it's first, second, third, fourth.
What
Fuck.
we would need to provide being safe based on the screenshots and like the width of those triangles, this is how bold it is. And this is why I think looking at it, it's going to confuse people. I am drawing the lines right now. I really need to get a pen and tablet. Holy shit.
It really may not be worth this hassle.
Okay.
We'll keep trying it like this the rest of the night, but if it might be.
I mean, if we just have diagrams of each one of the 4 where to go, it should be the same every time.
Not quite. It's just the position. I mean, here, I'll post it right now.
Yeah, because we don't know where we're gonna start.
This is probably what it would look like.
I mean, like, you'll know one of a couple positions you'll have to be in.
Like, yeah, that might work. It's not perfect, but it is oriented with the ground. But the problem is, like, on the left, the stack marker's in, like, this. On the right, the stack marker's on this line. And that's going to be as confusing as hell.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Well, on the left you follow the fork, on the right you follow the line between the 2 forks. For me, the easiest thing is just run to the center of the platform and determine where I'm going from there. I can't look at the edges and determine.
Well, the Ross has the picture.
That's the other bridge.
Step from the center.
Now, actually, okay, so for what it's worth, based on his perspective, so let me ask. I had thought of this. So Dan, what you're saying is the centerpiece, these giant fucking forks. So based on the picture I just sent, if we're heading to the left platform, you find this fork that I'm standing on right now, and you just fucking follow it. It's your
Yeah.
highway. That's all you go.
Yeah, you go to the
Okay,
center,
yeah,
you find the fork, and you run out. And on the
Okay,
right
so yeah.
side, you find the line between the two forks, and that is the stack point.
Yeah. So on the right one, it would be you'd go right here and go out. No,
So
sorry,
then-
you go here.
So on the right one, whoever's immediately to the left of the stack point is going to be on a fork, and if you're 2 away from the stack point, you're going to be on the line that is.
Yeah, that makes sense. So if
90
I
degrees.
would know, so like for this
so
diagram,
my goal
left side
is
forks.
to put the marker. I wish I could just see the platform. Because what I want to do is put the markers like this. Like, something like here and here.
Yeah, me observan.
But I can't.
Estamos determinando los lugares seguros porque hay unos ataques aquí
Because
medio
then,
cañones.
if it's clear like this is the direction the stack people are going, then the other people go, okay, I'm one off in this direction. I'm one off in this direction.
Pinche jefe loquísimo.
Yeah. Alright, well, if that was what it was like last pool, I don't think I saved like last pool. Because that's one was basically correct. Which means 2 needs to go.
I'm so confident in my. Oh, we just gotta turn 45 degrees. But we did it twice. Fuck.
It's gonna be interesting because if it's 4 times, damn it! Like
If we could place the mark, so like in that picture that I just did, if we could
So
have just a marker.
the
on
second
first
2
one-
are the same as the first 2. We're not like constantly rotating. We just go between those 2 locations.
okay.
So we would start on the left side, go to the right side, go back, and go back one more time. There's what, 3 movements total?
From the starting position, yeah. But we can't guarantee we're starting on the left or the right in particular.
Right.
I'm gonna default left unless we finish there.
Gotcha. What egg is the behemoth? The one that has all the eyes on it?
Yes.
Okay.
The striped
Yeah,
one is
the-
bird, and the one with the mouth is minotaur.
Why did they put teeth on the Minotaur? I don't know.
Does everyone know where they're going based on the most recent diagram?
Yes. Surprisingly, this makes perfect sense to me.
Actually, okay. Who was north? Slight north on takes meters.
Me.
Would you say
Okay, so I'm slight south. Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll just have that
Let's
set up
go!
on my monitor.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do too, because otherwise my brain's gonna fucking have a fit. Alright, let's give it a shot. Everyone's got pudding up. Dan, yours expires in 3 minutes. Mine expires in 30 seconds. Here's a full timer.
I still have 40 minutes on my foot.
If Batman, if you could try to get that perspective when the bridge is in the middle as well.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
had dumps for the knockback. Is there any way to lose this?
If you have a circle, yes.
If you don't have a circle, I don't know how you will survive.
If you don't have if you're tied to a bird, you're fine.
Still, be careful.
You should be
You guys
good.
are soaking. Knockback protection.
2 minutes are coming up.
Diagram.
And these markers don't mean anything.
Position automatically. Alright.
Go. Tanks, healers, or DPS are stacking, DPS are stacking, DPS are stacking, DPS are stacking.
Let's fucking go!
DPS are stacking again.
Wait, really? Okay.
Yeah, DPS super like spread.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of the DPS are dead, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
People-
I got
okay.
I got it.
What I need to know is the people that were on the extremes.
I am. And I was safe. And I was the one who would have been the most likely to be in fun.
Well, it should be pretty much between the two. But
True. I'll
was
reload.
anyone the far actually on the far right spot, far north spot?
Yeah, that was. No, that was far south. Sorry.
I'll get it for you in just a second.
But yeah, far south. Definitely.
Okay, so that should work. Although it's weird. All right, let me see if I can.
2 seconds. So our position is perfect on the first platform. We're running across.
There you go, Greg. This is the one that you needed as well.
Yeah, that's a bit easier to kind of tell what it's gonna be like.
So here was Dash and I in the far right. So this is how much wiggle room we had.
No one was on the far right.
Was I in the wrong spot?
So on the one side, Dash is where the stack should
Oh.
have been happening.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be where the fork is. I would have had space though.
Yes, it would have worked.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I think I ran to my spot and Dash just went one in for me. So that was my mistake.
Yes. That would explain.
I was
why
so sure. I'm like, okay, intermittent fork, boom, I'm right where I need to go. I had it forward zipper. But yes, that should work.
All right. Try to get 1 or 2 more good looks at it before we're done for today.
So I fucked everyone on that one.
Shit, I jumped.
Right, Batman!
1. Barely fine. Some like fucking marker.
DPS in, DPS in.
I would mark all the win positions, stack positions, and obviously you can see step. You can even color code, you know. I put one in A so that, you know, it doesn't want to go to the red one.
2 minutes.
Dodge, and then to the middle. Right now, the only other thing that really benefits from batting first is back. Turn the platform. We could find a different one. Get ready for minute bars. The Behemoth is south.
Oh.
Minute bars. DPS are 20 minute bars. Alright, get ready for a knockback. Check for angle. Tank here, so we're catching knockback protection. We're good. No. One. DPS are stacking. DPS are stacking again. Sorry, tanks healer stacking. Tanks healer stacking. Tanks healer stacking.
Light of life does a ton of damage when we weren't topped off.
I think it is actually more than that. I'm pretty sure it is.
No,
Ashes.
this is right.
I think it just straight. I think it's the thing where if you're not at full health, you just get murdered.
So, for what it's worth, somebody put a certain. I think it was just because of the death. Somebody had one way in the center-ish off, so it was very likely.
Yeah,
that
it
they
looked
were.
like all 4 positions were taken, and I was kind of confused.
No, I don't think that one was you.
I was in the middle there, and I was not supposed to be.
So that was. I think Light of Life is the mechanic. It's the same thing as Life's Agony. Just pretty much.
Yeah, we were like below half.
We were like below half, but I've seen in previous pools where Ross gets hit by it and takes like no damage because he's at full health or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm just so here are where the orbs were. Is this what got me? Right as I got res, there was one of these, which I'm gonna guess maybe that was what Dan was, even though his name is not next to it.
Well, the position was confusing. Anyway,
Right.
You don't got a lot of time.
All right, let's get another shot and get some tape.
I mean, yeah.
I'm curious how Dash and I killed each other. I thought we were right where we were supposed to be.
It was a matter of inches. I was inching around trying to like get it right.
I'll try to do the same.
Yeah, it's tricky just to get like the pattern.
The safety pinhole is
I'll try to give you a little bit more burn too on there.
Oh,
You're good.
Okay, descansa.
Because I have a lot of quick, and you're kind of caught between me and that.
yeah.
What I want them to be is not in the middle blocking the pattern in the middle, but in the correct direction. Like, if I could get it perfect, 2 markers right here. Or if I get it perfect, the action goes actually.
Who's saying this one? Ah, that I saw who murdered you, or I will not say which
You're already
Dan
knocked
was.
back. Rotate.
Oh, I have nothing for you here, Dash. Now it's my turn to trade it. There we go now. Okay, it all worked out. Come on, just get it. I've never let you down. So, you know.
Okay, get ready for birds or everything. Sprint. Birds or meteors. Tanks here are soaking meteors. Knockback protection. Starting at 2. DPS stacking first.
It's gonna be stack, stack, spread, spread for DPS. So which
Just go straight off the bridge. Straight from the bridge. Alright, again.
DPS spread now? DPS spread now? Whoa, okay.
Yeah,
Is that?
I have a screenshot for it.
it's just
So what happens is there. Sorry. That inch I gave you on that first time we moved, I had to essentially account for it the second time.
Yeah, it was basically 1 inch. I just saw the footage.
Could it be that Light of Life is like a shared damage thing? It does so much damage, but if people are dead, everyone takes more damage?
how much I got kicked out, so I can't check death recap. How much is it actually?
It hit me for 77.
77,000.
Batman got the worst at 84,000.
In logs, it's saying, so DB, Greg, and Zach also got Holy 3, so their total damage taken was 123,000.
Holy 3 is the shared damage.
Actually, Greg took Arrow, Arrow 3 as well. The people who only took Light of Life, Dolly, and Batman, Batman took 81,000.
Well, everyone would have taken something. You either get hit by Holy 3 or you get hit by Arrow.
Yeah. Now the thing is that is mitigation then, or how do we survive that? Because I have like 70,000
Well,
only.
The easy option is that you take LB when we are about to do the second attack, like the second explosions.
Because they need to move. They need to be running.
That's why I mean once they're in position for the second one, they tank LB that, like right to that.
Okay.
And it would last long. Alternatively, just fucking big mitigation, big mit. It'll be easier once we have proper markers and not like looking around trying to like verify positioning. I think I'm just gonna trust and just do a bunch of healing.
Cagpot, what helps in that part is that it can tell me the 4 stages that we need to do. Like basically it says, for me as a DPS, says spread, spread, stack, stack. It will put it on my screen.
Yeah, you know right away what it's gonna be. You always have 2 of each. But that's it for today. It's past raid time. Good job today, everyone. I know it's kind of a slog.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday, Greg!
Yeah.
Yay.
Dash, I'm gonna go through some of the screenshots. The first time we got the positioning right, me and you were bang on the spot and gave us a good amount of space the second time. I want to see what's going wrong because I don't think we have to give ourselves that extra foot. I think we have it. It's just I think that's a
It's so wild how like tight the positioning is
So,
on this.
I mean, like Batman said, the general strategy is not to be this green. It's just I know we can get it to work.
Well, the way I see it, the people on the diagonals rotate very slightly more than the thing on the ground, and the people on the edges go more because you have to do if you're trying to